agenda is going to be a little different than what may have printed out. You do have the materials on IRS. If there are some questions you've got, certainly you can see me at the break or lunchtime on that, and we can talk about those as well. So on page 1 of the first part of the handout, the one that says Planning for Retirement FERS, there's what we really want to cover today from the benefits side. And it says technical aspects of retirement, because this is all facts and figures. We're going to look at the requirements for retirement. When is the date in the future that you can actually go? And there's a lot of confusion about that still. The FERS program has been around since January 1st of 1984, but there's still a lot of confusion in FERS employees' minds as to what are the combinations that allow me to actually retire. So we'll go through those. That should solidify in your mind the date that you can actually go out. We'll look at annuity computations, both CSRS and FERS. Now you are FERS employees. We have nobody in CSRS here, right? Nobody in here who's in CSRS offset. And of course, if you've been reading the papers, we do have a new FERS group, the FERS RAE. And I'll talk about them in just a second. So they never make anything easy. It's more confusing. And actually sitting on the Hill, there's a whole new system, which I think in a few years we'll probably see, where there won't be a defined benefit pension for new employees hired after a particular date based on that law. So even though you may still have a year or two to go, right now you're looking at 4 different groups, 4 different major groups. There actually are, I think, something like 62 different pension systems in government. Some groups like National Security, CIA, they have their own systems that are different than ours. But there are 4 major ones that impact most general employees in the federal government, and we probably will have a 5th. Some of you may live to see that, where we've got 5 different systems working side by side. This is where, in defense of HR, I think it's very difficult now for a lot of them to deal with this, because HR is like any other group. Oftentimes, the most recent promotee into a job dealing with benefits is someone who's never worked with it. They did something else in the agency. And that's why you may find you know more about some of this stuff than your HR people. And you have to be your own advocate. If you get an answer that doesn't seem to make sense, escalate it to a higher level. A supervisor should be able to help you. There are products out there, too, that are certainly worth looking into. I think GRB Incorporated is still producing a question and answer booklet on FERS. I know FedWeek is. I usually get FedWeeks every year. And that has, it's about that big. That covers, in a little more detail, everything we're going to be talking about today.